sections of Canadian County. Now, these are likely going to continue to develop as we work our way through the evening hours, and the main threat continues to be large hail, damaging winds, and the possibility of tornadoes. Tornado watch does remain in effect until 10 o'clock. Scott Wieditz, Fast Unit 2, close to the storm that we've been monitoring for tornadoes. He's on the phone with us now. Scott, what can you tell us?
Oh, we threw another curve at you, Rick. It's Chris Lee with Scott Wieditz. The storm is reorganizing, and we're reorganizing just a little bit. There's definite rotation on this storm. Right now, it does not have a definite funnel and it certainly does not have a tornado, but it is the kind of storm that could produce one at any time. We're watching the area of rotation. It's very large-scale rotation at this time, so it's not, it hasn't exactly figured out
Chris, are you still close to the Apache area?
Yes, we are in Apache right now.
Okay,
it is off to our south and west. We're looking a little bit, I'm sorry, south and east.
Okay, so you're saying it's a little, perhaps just Cyril is due east of you. So would you say the most dangerous portion is just south of the Cyril area?
Yes, I would definitely say that.
Okay, that's kind of where we have our storm tracker there. That takes the most dangerous portion into Cement at 523. So as Chris Lee reports, very large wall cloud, rotating wall cloud, and at this point no tornado, which is good, but this is the type of storm that you have to take seriously because it can reproduce a tornado at any time. It will likely produce very large hail in the Cyril and Cement areas. We've already had reports up to golf ball size, and this storm will continue moving off to the northeast at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. 523 for you folks in Cement. That's the most dangerous portion of this storm. 531 in Laverty, Norge at 536, Burden at 538, Chickasha at 544. So you folks in Chickasha have about a half hour to prepare for the arrival of this storm. Now, before the most dangerous part of this storm arrives, you're going to get pounded with some heavy rain and perhaps some hail. But at this point, the most dangerous portion of the storm will move into the Chickasha area at 544 if it stays on its current track. There's the potential it could curve a little more to the right, perhaps take a more eastern track. But right now, it's moving to the northeast at about 30 to 35. I want to take you a little farther to the north as we're watching a second storm associated with this cluster. That's across northern sections of Caddo and Grady. And we've got a live picture that we want to show you from the Hinton area. And that will be looking off to, you can see, Hinton is to the northwest of this area. You can see the building clouds. We're looking to the east at these thunderstorms that are located from near Gracemont through Dutton, south of Coger, in between Minco and Pocasset. So these thunderstorm cells are quite intense as well, and that is a live picture near the Hinton area. Back to First Alert Doppler radar, we've got numerous reports of severe weather to pass along. A little earlier this afternoon, just a few minutes ago, tornado was reported 3 miles west of Elgin. They've had, in the town of Elgin, they've had larger than golf ball size hail. We've also had near Apache golf ball size hail, and near Cyril in Caddo County, they have had about quarter size hail. Mike LaPointe is on the weather wall keeping an eye on things in terms of the advisories that are in effect. Mike, why don't you take it away?
Okay, Rick, thank you. We'll start off with First Alert Flash and let you know that the lightning is really starting to pick up. Again, we're seeing a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning down in the southwestern part of the state. Very intense. You notice not too far away from the Altus and the Lawton area, and that is racing off to the northeast. We're also having reports in from our fast units that there's a lot of lightning in the clouds, a lot of cloud-to-cloud lightning. So, again, this is a very dangerous situation. If you live down in this area, you don't want to be on your telephone. You don't want to be taking a bath. Again, lightning is nothing to mess around with. Just want to remind you of this tornado watch that we're talking about. Well, we'll go to tornado safety tips. First of all, we're talking about a watch where conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms and tornadoes to develop. Well, that's what we're seeing right now. Warning, a tornado warning has been spotted or detected by radar, and that's why we're seeing tornado warnings being issued down in the southwestern part of the state. Tornado warning means a tornado has actually been spotted by Doppler radar or by a spotter, and that's why we've got these warnings. We have that tornado watch. The tornado watch goes until 10 o'clock this evening. Covers a wide band here in central and southern parts of Oklahoma, but I'll let you know, Rick, that we're not out of the woods, not yet, not so far.
Okay, Mike, what we want to do is let's go to our WSI computer. I want to show a time lapse of what's been happening here over the last hour or so. These thunderstorms have rapidly developed across Comanche County and now have spread into Caddo and Grady. Other thunderstorms continue developing across Jackson and Kiowa counties. Okay, first alert Doppler radar, give you a live look at what's been happening. Okay, Scott Wieditz, let's go to first alert Doppler radar and Scott Wieditz at the same time. Scott, what do you have? Scott, fast unit 2, go ahead.
Yeah, Rick, we've got plenty of areas of rotation right now. We've got one, possibly two funnel clouds that we're looking at right now. We don't have any center of rotation or debris on the ground, but a tornado could drop out of this wall cloud at any time, it looks like.
Okay, you are still near the Apache area, is that correct?
Yeah, we are now basically east about 3 miles of Apache on Highway 19, just west of Cyril.
Cyril, okay. The most dangerous portion of this storm would put it over Cyril. Scott, is that where this lowering would be at this point?
Right at this point in time, it is between Cyril and at this point in time where we're at.
Okay, okay. So this continues on a northeasterly track at about 30 miles per hour. For you folks in Cement, that takes this most dangerous portion into your area at 526, Laverty at 534, Nords 539. Burden at 541, Chickasha still looking around 547, Pocasset getting close to 6 o'clock at 557. Scott, which two areas, you're saying you have the potential for a couple of different tornadoes, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they were basically coming out of the same area of the wall cloud here in between Cyril and Apache, probably more like 3 miles east of Apache and a little bit further away from Cyril. But I want to also remind folks that there is a heavy rain shaft ahead of this wall cloud. So if you get in this heavy rain, you might not realize what's behind you until it's too late.
That's true, and it could get wrapped in rain, and that's the most dangerous portion of this type of storm. So we want to have folks make sure you stay in your shelters. Don't go out to the front yard and watch this thing roll in. Chances are you're going to have a fair amount of rain and hail associated with the front end of this storm. It's the back end when the rain begins to let up that once it lets up, it may be too late because you may have a tornado bearing down on you at that point. But for you folks in Cyril and Cement, make sure you stay in your tornado shelters at this time. And as Mike pointed out, if you don't have a shelter to go to, you want to get to the lowest level of the structure that you're in. If you're in a school building or something that has more than just one story to it, get down to the lowest level, get as many walls in between you and the outside as possible, and cover yourself with pillows and blankets when people are injured in tornadoes or even when they're killed. A lot of times it's because of flying debris. At this point, no tornadoes on the ground, according to our Fast Unit 2, Scott Wieditz and Chris Lee, just to the east of Apache at this point. And we are continuing to monitor this, and you can see what you're seeing there in the bottom left-hand side of your our picture is a live look from Hinton as it's looking southeast at these thunderstorms that continue to move through the area. Tornado warning remains in effect for Caddo and Grady counties until 5:30 from this particular thunderstorm. Let's back out on first alert Doppler radar, and you can see more activity continues to push closer to the Oklahoma City metro area. Thunderstorms now continue to develop just south of I-40, south of El Reno. Thunderstorms stretching from Binger through Tuttle. And the live picture which you're seeing there in the bottom left is from Hinton, looking to the southeast as these thunderstorms continue to build. As Mike pointed out, a tornado watch remains in effect for most of central and southern Oklahoma until 10 o'clock tonight. All the conditions are right for the development of these thunderstorms. Okay, we've got a report of softball-sized hail with the thunderstorms in southwestern Oklahoma. 4.5-inch hail is being reported near, let's see, 5 miles north of Alta. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6 for Kiowa and Jackson counties. And I will go to that in just a second. Want to look. Okay. Scott Wieditz, you guys there?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Rick, we have a funnel cloud that is starting to go to the ground. We're getting some center of rotation, starting to see debris. We have debris. We are about 3 miles still east of Apache and just west of Cyril.
Just west of Cyril. This is on a northeastward track. Okay, you are in between Apache and Cyril. Most dangerous part of this storm is very close to the Cyril area.
About a half mile north of Highway 19.
half-mile north of Highway 19. You folks in Cyril and Cement, this is a dangerous situation. We have a tornado on the ground.
It's on the ground.
Okay,
we
Scott.
Still have debris.
Now, you're out over open country at this point, is that
Yes,
correct?
we are. We're safe.